Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and tonight I went to an honest-to-God movie theater and saw an honest-to-God movie in the theater. It's not from the library. So tonight, we went and seen Game Night. Now luckily, it was a free pass, because, you know, I'm poor. You know, I had to get this shirt out because I figure I'm doing a new movie. I might as well look fancy doing it. Now this is from the directors of Horrible Bosses, which is John Francis Daley, and you might remember him from Freaks and Geeks. He was the main nerd, or freak, or geek, whatever you want to call him. And he was also the trainee in Waiting, which is another hilarious movie. So I'm thinking comedies haven't really been up to snuff lately. The last one in recent memory, The Nice Guys, made me laugh hysterically, and before that it was Due Date, and then Horrible Bosses, and ever since then it's like, what the hell's even been funny? I feel like it's partially due to our loss of Chris Farley that we don't get any laugh out loud, gut bustingly funny movies anymore, unless you like to laugh at stuff that's not really funny. But anyway, this movie stars Jason Bateman, Rachel McAdams, Kyle Chandler, is that right? I can't read my handwriting. See, this is why I don't write scripts. I can't read them anyway. But yeah, this movie is hysterical. Now, there is a character in the movie named Gary who plays Jason Bateman's neighbor, who used to be married to one of their best friends, and they all... Let me start at the beginning. So basically, Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams' character, they meet at trivia night when they're a little younger, and they, you know, hit it off right away, fall in love, get married. However many years later, them and all their friends like to have game nights. So Gary was married to one of their friends, and since they're no longer married, he's no longer invited to game night, which leads to a couple hilariously awkward scenes. And it's just, the way it's filmed and directed, it's hysterical. Like, every joke in this movie pretty much lands for me. I, you know, almost peed my pants several times, probably because I had a large Diet Coke, because, you know, I don't want to get fat. But anyway, so Gary's a police officer, which, you know, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, so he doesn't get invited to game night, and it just leads to some funny scenes. But then, basically, Jason Bateman's brother, played by Kyle, is it Chandler? He was the guy that was from Early Edition. Maybe you remember it. He was also going to play Cable, which I think he would have done a really good job playing Cable, because he looks more the part than, you know, I don't want to talk about it. I mean, how are you going to be in 2 Marvel movies? But, anyway, a couple standout scenes for me. You've seen it in the trailer where Rachel McAdams accidentally fires off a gun and it shoots Jason Bateman in the arm. There is a scene in this movie where they can't go to the hospital, because if they go to the hospital for a gunshot wound, obviously they're going to call the police. And once this fake game of home, you know, the clue thing that, you know, you've seen the trailer. If you've seen the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. It's a fake murder mystery party that turns into a real murder mystery party. Now, after they get shot, there's a scene, and it's hilarious. It's probably the funniest part of the movie, aside from the other hysterically funny. Like, this movie never stops being funny. Like, even the small little quips or whatever, just the characters back and forth, everybody's chemistry is on point and perfect. I mean, I'm too excited to even be talking about this. I should probably wait till later, but hey, you know, when in Rome, talk about the movie you just watched. Now, there's another scene that's kind of related to the gunshot scene, which you kind of see in the trailer too, where Jason Bateman, his bullet wound is dripping blood, and the dog comes in, and it's, I don't want to spoil it, but it's Gary's dog. How they end up at his house, that's for you to find out. But yeah, the dog is licking up the blood, gets blood all over him, tries to clean it up. Obviously, for comedic effect, they're gonna make it worse than it could have been. So, I mean, there's nothing really negative I could say about this movie. I could talk about it all day, but then there'd be a lot of ands, ums, and buts, because there's so many parts I want to tell you, especially one of the couples in the movie they're playing Never Did I Ever, and Jason Bateman is against playing this because, you know, drinking games never lead to good situations, and one of the characters apparently cheated on her boyfriend with a celebrity, and when you find out who that celebrity is, it's comic gold. It's comic gold. And then there's one scene where the two couples that I'm referring to right now, they're locked in a room because they all still think it's a fake game, and the one other couple, which I'll talk about in a second, their couple locks them in this room, and he gonna burn the door down in a windowless room. It's hysterical how they actually get out of that room. I mean, every part of this movie was hysterical. The entire theater was laughing the entire time. It was great. I mean, I don't remember the last time I heard people clapping in the middle of a movie, just clapping because they're having such a good time. I mean, this movie is a good time. But anyway, the character that locks this couple in the room, at the first couple of games, they have a really cool montage of, you know, past game nights and stuff. But this one guy, he's always losing at every game night because he brings the dumbest, you know, ditzy blondes that he can find, and they're all interested in taking selfies. You know how young people are with their cell phones and their selfies and their dog-faced Snapchat filters. I mean, it gets old after a while. I don't know if you knew that. The soundtrack's crazy. Can you hear that? I got some ambient music going in the background. I found it public domain. I'm not gonna I don't feel like typing all this stuff out, but yeah, if you like this, it's public domain. Yeah, I don't want to get sued. Anyway, so this character ends up bringing, when he finds out they're having the game night to end all game nights, he brings a smart Irish chick. And then you find out he's the dumb one, because he keeps thinking she's British, and it's just, he's hilarious. Like, this whole movie's hilarious. I can't recommend this movie enough. I'm going to have to come up with a rating system. This is probably going to be very high at the top, I'd say. I mean, I don't want to give it a 5 out of 5, but I definitely give it a 4.98. Yeah, 4.98. That sounds good. So, if you've seen Game Night, let me know down there. If you want to see Game Night, let me know down there. If you don't like what I'm doing, keep it to yourself. But if you do, let me know down there. And then I'll keep doing this because I got nothing better to do. I mean, I got to go to work in the morning, so... God damn, it's past my bedtime. I'm missing Rick and Morty. All right. Be good to each other, you know. If you're gonna leave a smart-ass comment, you know, I don't care. Do what you want. It's a free country. I'm not gonna get offended. Should I cut that out?